Hiking, backpacking, it's kind of my thing. My own mental and physical wellness is often buoyed by the opportunity to get out in the wilderness, be it hours or days, and just, well, walk. And I can think no better walk than...
Morning, and welcome to the Tour Du Mont Blanc. And welcome to the start of day 5 after a nice rest day in Courmayer yesterday. Not too early of a start, it's about 9:30. Just slowly climbing out of Courmayer. Bit of a short day today, heading kind of on the traditional stages to Refugio Bonatti. So it should be about a 5-hour climb. I am definitely taking my time and trying not to push too hard. I think I'm dealing with a little bit of altitude sickness. When I look at the symptoms, a little bit of congestion, but definitely tiredness, a little nausea. Seems consistent. I did do a COVID test just to make sure, and negative, so that's positive. Positive in a good way. Anyway, I'm sure you just don't want to see Courmayer. Let's bring you out in the more scenic vistas. About an hour and a half in. Just a long hike up, doing switchbacks below the tree line. It actually reminds me of when I attempted the Appalachian Trail. You work very hard. You don't see a lot necessarily, but when you get to the top, you get some pretty good vistas. Case in point, down there is Courmayer. So it was a bit of a hike up. Actually, I think it's probably one of the biggest differences between something like the Appalachian Trail and the Tour Du Mont Blanc is the majority of this hike is actually above tree line. And so your climbs, you have the kind of constant views and you're not waiting for those little moments to capture them. I don't know if you become a little bit desensitized to it or not, but it's just different. Anyway, I have about half an hour left till the Refugio Bertone. I'll probably stop for a drink and then continue on. Lots of climbing. Just past Refugio Bertone. Nice place to stop for a cappuccino. Views are impressive. A small elevation gain as we come up to Refugio Bonatti. This will be staying for the night. It was a good walk coming here. So wrap up for day 5. It was a really good day. Not a terribly intense one, only about 5 hours of hiking overall. So had a late start, had a good breakfast. The first 2 hours out of Courmayer was intense, a lot of uphill, switchback after switchback, but you were in the sheltered forest, so it was cool. You weren't overheating as much as some of the previous days where you were above the tree line. And I do like hiking a forest. So the second half of the day is where it really stood out. It was incredible. From Refugio Bertoni to Refugio Bonatti was just amazing. You had Mont Blanc in full color over your left shoulder pretty much the entire time. I may have a bit of neck pain because I was constantly hiking, looking over the shoulder, just staring at the views. It was probably one of the best afternoons of hiking I can recall having. Tonight staying at Refugio Bonatti, they've really got their shit together, to be frank. Communal meal tonight. Staying in basically a bunkhouse with my own little private bunk. Accommodation for the evening at the Refugio. That is my communal breakfast tomorrow morning. You know, they give you little tokens for the showers. It's well run. Looks pretty clean, and have some good food as well. The polenta with sausages was very much appreciated after a long day.
Die haben keine Plätze mehr außer ein Private Room. Das ist 80 € pro Person.
So yeah, I'm just a happy camper today. No complaints whatsoever. To be honest, I feel strong, probably stronger than I have in a while, and so that rest day definitely helped out a bit. Glad in a shorter day. Morning. Start of day 6. Today we're leaving the Refugio Bonatti and we're heading to Fouly. It's about a 20-kilometer day, but not a huge amount of uphill. A little bit more downhill. Had a pretty good night's sleep. As good as you can with your 8 other closest companions huddled together in a little bunkhouse. But they did a good spread. They facilitated feeding better part of 90 people. Meal was good. Lights were out by 9. So I'd definitely recommend it. Nice reprieve from camping every night. Tonight we are going back to camping. Looks like it's gonna be another nice day. Bit of a brisk start. Let's get into it. So we're just coming up to Col Valferret. It was a good climb from Refugio down at the bottom of the valley there. This is also the last time we'll be seeing Mont Blanc till we circle back around towards Chamonix. Granted, it's hiding in the clouds this morning. Still a beautiful day though. Col Valferret is also the point where we cross over from Italy and the first time into Switzerland. Oh, what a day. Just wrapping up the hiking portion of today's little adventure. It was about a 3-hour downhill from the Col Valferret. Stopped at a little auberge about halfway for a ham sandwich and a beer. I'm about 20 minutes from La Fouly, which will make about 20 kilometers for the day. Okay, back at it. Just following the stream. So just to round out stage 6, it's about 5:30. Got here at Camping de Glaciers probably around 3:30. Set up my tent. We've got a bit of a communal TMB area, so a lot of other campers that you've seen over the past couple nights on stages are here as well. Interesting campsite. I've got a little river behind me, creek, and I'm looking up at glaciers. So the name is very appropriate. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a chilly night tonight, so we'll get early to bed and get tucked in, no doubt. So tomorrow is actually a short day, so I'll probably get a chance to sleep in. The campground's well appointed. There's a bit of a, I'm going to call it a technology shack that's got games and Wi-Fi. There's showers and bathrooms and water, so it's got everything that you could potentially need. Should be a comfortable night. Crossed over the 90-kilometer mark today, so well past the halfway point. We've got 5 days left in us. I'm interested to see what sights and sounds it will bring. Anyway, that's enough for this evening. We'll catch you later. Morning, and welcome to Stage 7, Day 7, our 6th day of hiking. Bit of a medium start today. It's a short day, so there really wasn't too much of a rush. Today we're leaving Fouly and going to Champex. No big climbs expected today. We're really now more into the valleys, no mountain passes to cross over, so shouldn't expect it to take too much of a toll on the body. As far as views, there are some, but they're going to be more looking up versus looking down. Snowed I stayed at campground the Glaciers last night. Well-serviced campground with obviously a very impressive view of the glaciers overlooking you as you wake up and slip out of your tent. Had to tend to go into town. The one restaurant, two restaurants that they had were really filled up with hikers that were staying in those refugios. So I ended up just coming back and having some ramen noodles, grabbing some Pringles from the local supermarket, and calling it an evening. This is the one thing I've noted on this hike. Thus far it's been tremendous. But you definitely don't come here for solitude. There are a lot of hikers here. Even though technically we're out of the peak season in September. Most of my hikes of late have been in northern Ontario, where you may run into 4 or 5 people through the course of the day. Here you get in a bit of a train going up a pass and there's 15 people ahead of you. Rarely are you completely alone. Doesn't make it a bad experience, just a different experience. That said, you're still hiking by yourself, for all intents and purposes. There's people at camp with you, lots of people in refugios, but outside of the passes, it's not like I'm walking step in step with somebody beside me. So you can find your tranquility when and where you want.
First fall of the trip. And of course it's while I'm trying to film. Oh, just a little slip on some rocks. It would be unexpected if I said I didn't fall once, so I'll take this one. Knock on wood, let's keep our eyes on the ground versus looking forward. But it's hard when the view is so impressive. So maybe a quick wind up for day 7. It's about 6 o'clock at night. The town's pretty quiet here as everything kind of slows down in the late afternoon, pre kind of dinner hour, which is typically around 7:30. Today was a shorter day, one of the easier days on the trail. Went from Fouly to Lac Champex. Not a lot of really elevation gain, a little bit right at the back end. So all told, it really didn't take too much extra exertion on the body, so I feel pretty good. Didn't end up taking a lot of pictures or video, however. Kind of 2 reasons. One, I'd say good 2/3 of it were in the below tree line in the forest, so there wasn't a lot of views to really partake in. I took a few pictures. And the other part was you're kind of coming into these really iconic Swiss valleys. They were captivating, to be quite honest. But for whatever reason, I didn't feel the compulsion to pull out the camera. Rather, I just wanted to kind of enjoy it and take it in and be part of the hike, if that makes sense. So tomorrow we have a choice. We have the normal T&B route, which I'm going to say is about an average day.
And then you've got the variant. I'll go into more detail when I talk about it tomorrow, but this variant is the most challenging part of the trail potentially. Goes up a lot of elevation gain, including a lot of boulder scrambling. Takes a bit of a toll. I'll make the call tomorrow, but I'm thinking valleys for me. I'm staying in a hotel, the View Du Champex. Had a nice lunch. I figure I'm in Switzerland, so went old school and had a fondue. I just kind of put my feet up and enjoyed the sun a little bit. I'll go and search for one of the restaurants here for dinner tonight. And again, probably early to bed. Got a good start tomorrow morning, but nothing too early. It's a nice day though. Hope everyone's doing well.